Let's see. Okay, we should be somewhat live. Last minute kind of thing as always. You know me. I don't do things on time or plan things very often. Um, I wanted to take a live look at a fantastic game I got in along with Space Infantry. Really some interesting things. I don't expect many people to watch this live, but I really wanted to um, go over this box. We'll show you everything that's in the box. We'll also um, a fatal paper cut. That's an awesome name. It really is. Good morning, everyone. The Queen and my daughter are away, so I figured I'd do something today. Tomorrow we'll probably do some live plays. I've got videos all the way out till the end of March. We've got a live, not a live. We've got a really big charity auction coming up in the next week. Tons of stuff that we're going to be giving away. The most important thing is we're going to take a look at this game. Now, L&L Publishing really is a fantastic company. They have done some amazing things, and this is one of them. Okay, I've really been interested in this game. There's some people that have done some fantastic explanations of the rules and stuff. I want to give a shout out, and they're very underrated channels. They should be a lot bigger than what I think they are. And that's Gimpy Gamer, I believe. Very good channel. The thing I like about him, he does a fantastic explanation of this, and he does it in little snippets. So if you don't have time, you can break it up a little bit. Really nice job. The thing I really like about him is you know, you can see how much he loves his wife and his children. I've seen him a couple times bring them on, and just all around seems like a good guy. Maybe someday I will meet him. Who knows? But I want to give him a shout out. If you are not subscribed to him, go Gimpy Gamer. Also, Mo's Game Table, I believe it is. It's a funny thing that this game here, World at War 85, is the game where I kind of met Mo. He was sitting getting an explanation, and Lock and Load walked me over there. This was 2 BGG cons ago. And he was sitting there, and he says, you know, I'm Mo from Mo's Game Table. And unfortunately, I didn't know who he was because I just didn't... I didn't follow a lot of channels at that point. You know, I was just so trying to get this channel is more than enough sometimes. But and I felt horrible because he goes, you don't recognize me because I don't have the hat on. I go, hat on, and then you go to his table. He has like the snow hat on. Probably, really, superly, the most underrated guy playing plain and simple. Talks. He has such. He's so eloquent with his words. He talks very well. Go over there and subscribe. If you see this later on, go over, check it out, and definitely subscribe. I mean, really good. A love for wargaming. He does a thing, Charlie Whiskey, which is a live chat, kind of like the Alaboom, in a way, on Tuesdays. Go check it out because Gimpy, Stuka Joe, another great guy, and Dan from No Enemies Here, who is very good. You're going to want to check all them out as they talk wargaming, and you can ask them about these games, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you clear up rules and things like that. Nevertheless, just some good resource material that if you like what you see here today, go check it out. I mean, these guys have done and put a lot of care into this, as well as Lock and Load Publishing. What a fantastic job. All right, let's take a look at this. We've got like 19 different camera angles, as always. So we're going to be able to give you a really good look at what's going on here. I'm going to try to explain some things along the way, so it's not just some stupid unboxing. I mean, really. Doing an unboxing is kind of lazy, but I really wanted to cover these things because I'm so excited about each one. And if you're on the fence about getting this, you've got to realize how much you get and how much you will be invested in such a fantastic experience as they have put out. All right. Oh, there we go. Look at that. I'm going to turn my hat backwards a little bit so we can get right into it. We've got this angle. We got this angle that we can really kind of take care of things. I'm going to be showing you the counters here. And then we got this view where I can hold up sheets and stuff like that. All right, there we go. Just want to make sure we had it. And then we have this horrific view right here. This is a war unto itself. All right, let's get going. Storming the Gap, World War 82. We're going to be taking a look at the Solo Assistant and the expansion pack as well. So it's going to be a little long. To do a video of this would just be... it would be more work than anything, but I want to do some playthroughs, but I figure live is the best way to really look at this. Now listen, the first thing you're going to find when you get this is you're going to have this, all right? And you're talking, 119 pages. Do not be intimidated by this book. Do not, okay? Everything, the basic concepts of everything, and the sequence of play only takes you up to page 32. And then you're going to start adding different things. Close air support, electronic warfare, some of the battle events and friction cards that we're going to be talking about. Actions, they're going to be breaking everything down. But it really this really can be figured out pretty much here. And then they give you these beautiful... First of all, this book is just phenomenal. It spells everything out that you can ever imagine right here. And wow, I mean, just really, really, really done very well, where everything that you need is right there. Well, and then breaking down, I mean, just really done. I mean, you're at page 12, and excuse me. And what they've already done is broke down everything that you need, the different steps for the different types of counters that you're going to run into, what these counters do. And we're going to be showing you these counters, and we're going to be talking about each one of these pieces, all these numbers on this calendar, and what it does and how it works. There you go. And I mean, I could just go on, and that's the reason that I'm doing this live, because it would take me rambling on a video would be much. You're going to have they're going to pull out some important things that you're really going to want to see, and they put it in the yellow here, which really helps. The designer notes here, you have designer notes along the way that are really going to be strong. I mean, just I cannot stress how good this is. Okay, do not be intimidated by this. This is probably one of the better rule books I've seen in quite some time, and I really feel that you guys would really get a good feel for this game just reading it a little bit. Break it down a little bit, and you'll see. But most of all, and I forgot the original Grugnarg, is that his name? Another guy who's done some things. He talks a little bit more to the seasoned wargamer, but he does a beautiful job. Another great channel. Check it out. Your module rules and scenarios. This is, I mean, another lifetime of stuff. Okay, 20 scenarios. Oh, yeah. I mean, when it's on, it is on. And I'm telling you right now, this is something really, really special. Games like this come along once in a while. The first scenario here, Storming the Gap, this is the one that we are going to either do tomorrow, or we are going to try to do it during the week next week. I've left myself everything spelled out and just put together very, very, very well. Your maps. Now, a lot of people are opposed to paper maps. See, I've already taken out some of these counters because I was playing around with things. But I just want to put this aside, and I just want to show you and explain to you. These are beautiful 11 by 17 maps. And we're going to take a different look at this at our different viewpoint. Okay, get yourself a little piece of laminate or something to hold this down. You're going to be fine. You know, I'm a big fan of matted maps, but if you were to do matted maps, this game would cost about £47. Rob, my Blitzkrieg came today. Thanks for the suggestion and review. I got the game. Oh, Bojan, I'm so pleased that I can help you. I really am. These maps are unbelievable, very detailed, very beautiful, very immersive. I mean, what more can you want? And I'm going to show you. This is the same map, I believe, in winter and in spring. No, this one is. I'm sorry. This is a different map. I was looking at these wonderful, wonderful maps. I mean, look at this. One-sided, that's okay. That's all right. That's okay. Okay, this is the map where it is, I believe it is, yes. It's the same as the winter one. So you have the same map and you have different, and terrain plays a huge part in this. And we'll be talking about this going forward a little bit. I mean, they just lost their minds building this. I mean, what more can you say? We're going to be taking a look at these counters. Let's go back up top. Your track. This is going to, your turn track. Your weather track. Your weather plays a big thing. Off-board artillery and all that stuff, that will come later. Squall box. Again, if you want, laminate that, but it's good, solid cardboard. And then, oh boy. Okay, hold on. All right, I had popped out a whole bunch of these. Let's just keep that in there for now. There are a ton of player aids, and let me tell you something. These player aids are absolutely fantastic. Battlefield event. If you play with the card, there's a card that you're going to put in, and there's this deck, and we'll talk more about that once we get over the cards. As a matter of fact, why don't we just go right into kind of the cards? What you're going to be doing is how you determine a turn. You're going to turn this over, and that side will go. Okay, and what this is it's going to have a couple things on here. You have HQs, okay, and HQs have a certain range. This is a range when it's not damaged, and this is the range when it is damaged. You want to keep everything in HQ, within the HQ range, or else you're going to have to roll on the morale number here. Okay, so when you play this, you're gonna play your turn. Okay, and then the next person will go, and next group would go, and your formations are going to be all by these cards. How a turn ends, and let's see if we can pull one out of here. Whoa. Jeez. As you can see, there are thousands of cards with thousands of different units, which is into itself another great thing. Don't be intimidated. Stop. Don't go there. Poster frames. Nefarious. Again, another brilliant move. Look at that. Let me get these cards here. So you're going to have objectives. Okay. And here's the battlefield event. You pull this, you are going to roll, and certain things are going to happen. You may roll a 7, which is going to cause you to go to another side of a different effect. And there's different things that happen. It can happen to one side. It can happen globally, which means both sides are affected by what you roll by this battle friction card. There's electronic warfare in 1985, believe it or not. End of operations. Now, this is what I'm talking about. Depending on the scenario you're playing, once you get these end of operations, what's going to happen is that turn is going to end. You're going to refresh everything, and then you're going to shuffle up the cards again, and then you are going to be, so you may end up ending an operation, and possibly one of your units may not be able to go. Really unique, really different type of way. You constantly have to be thinking where you are, where you're positioned, and how you are going to deal with some of the things that are going to happen. This is just beautifully, beautifully done. So that's where this card comes in. You have a fantastic sequence of play card that really spells everything out for you. Okay, what happens? The initiative phase. The initiative phase is only turn one. You're going to determine who's going to go first, and then you're going to be drawing those cards. You're going to have your end of operation phase, your close air support, your electronic warfare. This is going to explain all the cards that you are going to be pulling and the things that are going to happen. But here's the formation. Why don't we go over here so you can see this card a little bit better? Huh? Right? All right, there we go. Or we can try it here. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on. We got to make the noise. You know how we roll here. All right, hold on here. Okay, let's back this out of here as we are rolling right through this. Okay, so again, like I was saying, okay, it's amazing when you got to do things in reverse. Okay, there we go. So your formation. So this is going to tell you the refresh. Then you're going to have your command status. You're going to see what who's in the command range. You're going to reload any missiles. Disruption. You're going to remove any disrupt counters that are on your units from combat. Offboard artillery. And then you're going to go into your actions. And then we're going to come up here. As you can see, you're going to go through your movement, your direct fire, your move and fire phase, your onboard indirect, and then your assault phase. Okay? As we move up. Poster frames are excellent for paper maps. You guys are brilliant. I never, I don't think that. I never think of stuff like that. And then our mortar phase, and then victory points phase. To see where we are as far as the objectives and so forth and so on. And then we go right back to right here, and then work our way through. All right, but beautifully, beautifully, beautifully done once again. And maybe if I just put this up here like this a little bit better. Every roll, every die roll. This explains every die roll in the game. I mean, really? I mean, just put out so beautifully. And I wanted to make sure. I forgot if there was something on the other side here. Sorry. Just beautifully done. Really gives you a chance to have all the information without ripping through the book too much. Really just really giving you everything you need, and this is some of the. I'm going to come up top for a second because I really want to drive this home. This is the reason why in this day and age we have some of the best board games out there today, because of the ingenuity, the technology in order to make things a lot more beautiful and immersive. I'm telling you right now, this is a fantastic, fantastic game. Again, at the end, I'll tell you some places, and we'll have in the comments if Helen's watching. As a matter of fact, today is her anniversary. My very dear friend Helen, she's not going to be watching this. But we have Kabuki Kid here, who is an all-time fave, as we know. Really, this is... I can turn the hat back around. This is a fantastic, immersive experience. And as you see, there's some great websites that are going to explain everything to you. But I'm really just showing this to you so you go get this game. Go to L&L Publishing. They carry a ton of war games, and they are all fantastic, as well as some science fiction stuff. Space Infantry comes from them, and it's another fantastic experience. I can't speak highly enough about these guys, but let's keep going, huh? Or else we'll be here all day. Weather change charts. Okay, weather plays a huge part, and there's different things that are going to happen. You're going to have, like, those different maps. You're going to be, you're going to have heavy snow, heavy rain, and these things are going to affect all types of things, from firing and so forth and so on, and indirect fire, visibility, how far you can see, helicopters, movement, of course. Another one side. We also come with a battle generator. Okay, if you just want to go at it, you got a battle generator. Okay, how cool is that? Huh? So you don't have to, oh, well, let's play Scenario 5 again. Nah, you make your own stuff. And they think about that stuff. Your direct fire modifiers, all the things that are going to come in the lane. Line of sight is very, very big here. Here's what really gets me here, and I don't even, I'll show you the counter sheets, but I don't have to, because we are going to be explaining the counter sheets. And a matter of fact, I think I'm going to change to the other angle here. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. And we're just going through the first box of this stuff. All right, so let me just put this up here. There we go. So I really want you guys to see this, and I want to be able to get this in. That's why we have 15 cameras. All right, this is why I go crazy, and we're going to zoom in here. Okay, there we go. So when I'm talking about it, it's going to make sense. All right, absolutely phenomenal how it breaks down each unit. So we're gonna grab a couple of units here and just show you some of the different things that you can run into. As you can see, these are the Russians and these are the Allies. You're going to have an armor piercing number. Okay, armor piercing. This is going to be your range, your firepower, and to hit. Okay, so this can fire 11 hexes. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to have 11 hexes, okay? And depending if there's no modifiers or anything in your way, if it's within that range, you're going to roll 3 dice, okay? Let's get three dice. You're going to try to get hits of 5, okay? Now, there are different things that will change this number and this number to plus or negatives, okay? So you would roll your 3 dice. Oh, look, we got 1 hit. Well, that would cause us to put a disrupt counter on it, okay? First comes a disrupt counter. After a disrupt counter, the next hit is going to bring it down a step. And then the next hit after that is kablooey Louie, see you later. You can rally these guys up, so let's not forget that. There's also a couple of counters I want to show you that are just 1-step units. So if you got a disruption and then another hit, well, there's only 1 step. See you later. Boom, that's dead. Okay, and that's for like the Vulcan Sprague, who's not too big on things. Now, if we were to hit this guy, as you can see. Just showing you this counter here, you have an armor save, but you're going to need 6s. So say we got that 1 hit. It's going to be able to roll 3 dice here. Okay, and let me pull this up so you guys can see it. Oh, actually, let's use the camera that we intended to show you. Because we got 19 cameras, folks. All right, there we go. Okay, so if you see in that left-hand corner, it is 3 dice, okay, at 5s. Okay, come on, Rob. Come on, Rob. Maybe this wasn't such a great idea, huh? Well, anyways, in that corner there, and we'll come back to our other angle. This is live, guys. What do you expect, huh? It's me. There we go. Use the big boy camera. All right, so there you go. As you can see, 3 at 5s. So coming back here, we would roll our 3 dice at 5s, and yeah, we would save. So no damage whatsoever. Just banged right off the old boy. Captain Carl, how are you? Good to see you. Zeblik, Nefarious, and of course Kabuki's Zeblik. Charles left, unfortunately. Rick, Bojan, Joe. I just want to make sure. New troll. Want to make sure I say hi to everybody. So that is essentially how combat works. Okay. Again, I cannot stress enough. Go over, take a look at Mo's game table. Go check Counterproductive, who's in the middle of playing the entire scenario in nice little chunks and sections, which he does a great job. Gimpy, who does this beautiful walkthrough of it. The Grugnarg, the original Grugnarg, who does another fantastic job. Go check all these guys. They put a lot of time and a lot of heart and a lot of patience into putting some fantastic videos together. Again, okay, so anyways, oh, excuse me. So now, we're taking a look at it breaks down all these different, we were back here. So now you have your high explosive, your HE, high explosive range firepower. This is mostly for, really taking other things out. Your color band, which is important, of course, which is the full straight solid formation color band. So your formations here. Your assault. If you're in assault, here's your firepower. It's going to be 2. You're going to roll 2 dice trying to hit 4s. And then, of course, your movement points here, which are going to get you moving around. Your HQ. Remember what we said about HQ. It deals a lot here with this. So you're going to get any kind of command bonus, means a wider range. So if you are in Bravo Company as your commanding headquarters, or colonel, or so forth and so on, you're going to add this to that. Okay? But should they be reduced, well, you would use that as your command range. Your soft targets, which are your infantry and some of your jeeps and things like that. Light armor targets and heavy armor targets. Everything broken down and done perfectly. Any towed units. This S means a soft target. Okay. That is going to determine and let you know, hey, these are soft targets, and you're going to use whatever range that you range and firepower to take those particular units out. Okay. Let's see what else we have. The cards, as I explained earlier, again, and then of course your morale and training value for that particular company or formation. Is there anything that the old boy's missing here? Missiles are in blue. So pretty much everything right in front of you. So if you have a question, instead of flipping through the book, you have these beautiful, fantastic charts. All right, let's go back up top. There we go. Okay, turn the hat around so the brim doesn't come in the way. Kind of showed you some of that. All right, let's get back here to some of the other things that we were looking at. Okay, so your headquarters doesn't always come on exactly on time that you want. So you will have them in this box. If they're suppressed, they'll come over here. Any casualties you have, you're going to put that you have got is going to go over here for victory points at the end of the game. There's another map, which I forgot to show you. I'm sorry. Our missile ammo usage chart. If any time that you have this kind of symbol here, means that this is going to have indirect fire. Indirect fire is really interesting. If you miss, you are going to roll and you are going to determine where it hits, because it will hit. And if you got a bunch of units next to each other, sometimes using that and being off isn't the worst thing. Formation inventory, card inventory gives you everything that's breaking down as far as the different types of companies and everything that you have, so you know exactly what designation it's going to be. Your formation deck goes here. Any discards go here. Soviet and Ally off-board artillery tracks. These are important later in the game. Rob, would it be okay if I post a link to one of my favorite P&P games on BGG page of your guild? No, please, enjoy yourself. Do whatever you want. That's fine. That's what it's there for. All right, again, breaking down units. Now this is always interesting. So here we're looking at West Germany, and yes, so it's gonna break everything down. It's gonna tell whether it's a transport or passengers, if it's capable of direct fire, enhanced movement, missile ammo checks, and all those other things. Assault. So if you're unfamiliar with the units, you can become very familiar with these units through these wonderful cards, and they break down in each nationality. As you can see, we have our West German. Come on, Rob. Our West German here, and then we have our East German. Terrain. Now this one is like a key component here, is having this here, because this is going to break down everything that's on that map, and people don't realize how important your movement costs and how it's going to affect you on the terrain, especially. Okay, here's more of these charts. Okay, your line of sight chart. And we'll get back to terrain effects, because I believe there's another couple charts. Okay, there's the chart here underneath this. This chart here does a fantastic job of line of sight examples. Okay, so if you're confused with it in the book, it breaks it all down. So if you're confused about something, you can pull this out, and it will give you so many different looks at it. It's actually, I mean, I'm just so impressed. And how this just makes it easy to do this with all these small charts. You don't realize how helpful this is, and how it makes it easier to go to other to find different spots in the book and so forth and so on. Instead of flipping through the book, it's right there for you. All you got to do is pop it out. We have the United States table here. Okay. If you are a fan of the United States, here's all their things. The terrain chart that I had talked about earlier. Okay, this is fantastic in how this does, because it breaks down how each one of these terrain pieces, and I'm going to bring this up a little closer for you. Why don't we come down here? All right? I mean, we got the cameras. Use them, Rob. Use them. Okay, so here, as you can see, a clearing. What's it going to cost to move? Okay, so it helps you cultivate it. Is there any additional cost? Well, there's 2 movement to go into a cultivated hex. Is it going to obstruct anything? Yes, believe it or not, a cultivated will obstruct LOS. Okay, rough will obstruct LOS. City, woods, hills. Hill cities, they block. Here's the defense bonuses that you're going to get for vehicles and troops within those things. It spells everything out. Can you get concealed bonuses? Height, depending on height advantages, what these things are going to do and how it's all going to work, all right in front of you and spelled out unbelievably. Do you guys say his name 3 times in order to summon him? Oh, Beat. Oh, yeah, Beat Cafe. What's up? All right, so let's go up top yet again as I'm rambling. But that's what I do, folks. This is how I do things. All right, our Soviet National unit table. Again, all this stuff so you can, you can really get a familiarization of everything that's going on here. And then we have some additional direct fire, the modifier board, the battle generator. You have 2 of these actually, so you get 2 of everything here. No, actually I went through these. Your sequence of play, you have 2, I'm pretty positive. All right, let's take a look at you're gonna get a ton of, yeah, I was playing around with the counters. I have to pop all these. But I'm going to do it slowly. So I was messing around with some of the counters. You're going to get a ton of dice here, of course. You're going to get 4 of each, but don't be afraid to add more, just in case. And let's take a look at these beautiful, beautiful counters. Once again, just done very well. A lot bigger than your normal counters, okay? From their prior stuff, they're actually a bit bigger, believe it or not. And just look at this stuff. Okay, you're going to get several counter sheets. As you see, I was popping. Here's your reload, your ammo low, your missile low, smoke. Of course, you're going to be dealing with all kinds of things like that. Bridges, you're going to be putting bridges out there. Again, your West Germans, your Soviets. Just look at this. These here are going. You're going to need a ton of these. Your disrupt. Remember, your first hit is a disrupt. Okay, and then again, these, once you are done with your impulse, you're going to put that on top of the unit. It marks you off. Rex, you blow something up. Well, guess what? You're going to have some wreckage there, my friend. Out of command. If you are out of command, you're basically not doing anything. Especially if you roll morale and you cannot get clear of that. What can I say? What can I say? Huh? So that took 37 minutes just to go through that. But I want to cover a little bit more here, okay? And really show things off. Again, this is a game that I'm going to try to do a playthrough. There's just so much out there right now. You know how I am. I don't like to flood the market with more than what already is out there. Right now, this is the hot game, and with good reason. This is a fantastic experience, and then you've got some wonderful people doing some wonderful things out there, and the highest compliment to Gimpy and Mo, and again the original Grognug, Dan from No Enemies Here, all doing a fantastic job covering this. And if you when you're done with this video, go check their stuff out. Go check their stuff out, because these guys, Stuka Joe, let's not forget him. Wonderful war game channels. The Chief, let's not forget the Chief. The Chiefs are real good too. I just feel bad if I miss anybody, but the main thing is that what I'm trying to do is show you guys that there is a fantastic amount of stuff that'll help you get to the board. Counterproductive. You know how much I love those guys. That guy. I found out it was Eddie, a friend of mine. I didn't even know he was doing his own channel. Go figure. So the next thing I want to show you, and this is fantastic for Nations at War, the Solo Assistant World at War 85. Okay, so you have these cards, which if you want to play solo, now you could play again. This game is very easy to solo. You don't need these cards, but this does really kind of help you out, especially if you start to favor a certain move that you're doing. Matter of fact, I put Lock and Load Publishing in contact with Miniature Market. Hopefully they'll be carrying it at Miniature Market. We'll see if they can work something out. Let's go here. Okay, here we go. And what these are is, say you want to play the Soviets and you want to use this for the Americans. Okay, so you don't want to control both sides. What you're going to do is you're going to turn one of these cards over, and what you're going to do is you're going to do things in priority. If you can't do any of these, you're going to do the secondary thing. That's how easy it is. There's not much to it. What you do is you turn these over, and every single unit there. Well, can it assault? No. Can the LRM towards and fire? No. Well, I can't do either of those. AOE and cover closest to the GO unit fires. Okay. Can it do that? No. Can it target? Yes. Okay. Execute victory conditions. So you're going to go through each one, and everyone ends execute victory conditions. Is it at a point where you can do? I love to see L and L games at Miniature Market. I'm trying to make it happen. That's the kind of pull I have. I spoke with Steven. I put their people in touch with them. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they can work it out. This system is unbelievable, and there's more to it with the dice up here. And forgive me, I'm gonna take a look. It's actually it actually shows you. Let me back this out just a hair. There we go. We make the noise. Execute counteractions, defense postures. Okay, execute. These cards are going to have different things on them. Okay, so you may see shields like here. Okay, that shield, you're going to match up that shield. Can it do any of that? Okay, then it breaks down this. The dice that you're going to use. Okay, the card number. Okay, you may pull out a certain amount of numbers. The priority, how and what priority everything is going to go. It tells you how to do this. It spells it all out for you and does a fantastic job of doing it. It makes it easy. There are going to be some times when you are going to have to make the decision. You're going to have to make the decision. Something's going to be like, oh, well, that's kind of, you make the decision, the ultimate decision. But, if you're fair, you're going to make the right decision. Okay? And because you're going to want to challenge yourself. And that's the beauty of this. The cards completely, we're bouncing all over cameras here. But we're making sure that you guys get everything that you need here out of this. So you have the right idea. It explains everything, the concepts of the entire, as far as defensive values and offensive maneuvering. Breaks down the entire card. What is the point of all this? Okay, why is this all here? Well, beautifully, once again, visual. These yellow things really make sure that you understand the concepts that they're trying to achieve here with the solo system, and it works very well. Trust me. All right, so that's that. So let's now take a look at this massive expansion. Okay. This expansion, I mean, I think if you go out and you go get this, you're getting 12 pounds of just game. I mean, this here is heavy. I mean, of course, you can't tell because I'm just picking it up, but just trust me when I tell you. This is heavy. This is the one that when I opened it up, I said, you gotta be kidding me. All right, this is the expansion pack. You're going to get the Defense of Frankfurt. You're going to get the second wave, okay? And you're going to get the drive-on Gießen, forgive me. All right. Again, more unit cards. An explanation. Look at this, okay? Data cards. How glorious is that? Having data cards for all your units. Ugh. These guys just kill it. All right. Tell me this isn't ridiculous. All right. These are all maps. These are all maps. These are all maps. All right. You want to pull one out? All right. Because I feel bad if I don't show you at least one map. I mean, come on, man. Come on. I mean, come on. Can you imagine putting all these out? Oh, what a great day. What a glorious day. I'm completely blown away by this. More cards, like we said. All right, not as thick. Another whole bunch of scenarios. So how many scenarios are we getting here? Well, you are going to get 6 scenarios here. Look at this. Look at this. Look at all the stuff that... You're starting with Storming the Gap. And you got an Untold, Strike Force after... Look at all this stuff. Huh? Yeah, baby. It's May 1985. Operation Red Hammer has begun. Yeah, count me in. Whatever you guys do, count me in. Count me in. Okay, so now you have the draw... another... How many more... Yep. Here's your campaign map. So now you have a campaign built into this. Come on. Look at this. More scenarios. More scenarios. Look at this. Look at the size of that. Look at the size of that map. Okay. Now you're gonna put all these maps together. Listen to me. Let's go get some laminate down at Home Depot. Here's your Drive the Guessing campaign map. So you're gonna be playing this beautiful campaign. More tables. Okay. Because we have more units. We'll show you the units. Again, I don't want to make this, 25-hour thing. The Czechs. Czechs have entered the fray. Look at this. Look at this. And then, just more showing you what's in here. Counter reference, sequence of play. So, again, everything's spelled out for you. This is the expansion pack. Yeah. Yeah, Robert. This is the expansion pack. That's ridiculous. The art is phenomenal. More West Germans. The national tables we've shown you already. What we really want to do is we want to move these cards. And we're going to show you the counters over here. Because we're brushing up on an hour here. And again, I want this to be informative, helpful, point you in the right direction so you guys can see. Beautiful, 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 beautiful counters. If you are not a fan of counters, shame on you. Rex, more disruption and stuff like that. And here we have just more units for the second wave. Look at this. More units. Like you didn't have enough in the other one. Let's pile on. Look at this. Some more Russian. Some more American. Just beautifully done on both sides. And I mean, today's production. That just shows you today's production. People would have to clip these back in the day and stuff like that. You remember the old SBI games when you had these huge things because the die cutters couldn't cut them correctly. Everything is cut perfectly. Okay, I was never one to have OCD. I don't have OCD. Never will have OCD. Okay. It's nice if it works. It's nice if it's okay if it doesn't. But for those people that are really sticklers about those type of things, there you go. All right, there you go. Look at this. I mean, look at that. The maps alone. The maps alone. All right? The maps alone. I really don't think I have to say too much more than that. All right? So that is the first expansion of what is going to be an ongoing theme here with this another fantastic game from Lock and Load Publishing. Now listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I broke it down for you. I'm giving this one of my highest thumbs up. Okay? Go get this. You will not be disappointed. Kabuki, if you don't have this, I'm going to be very disappointed in you. Very disappointed. I'm pointing you out. Everybody in this chat here, I'm pointing you out, Kabuk. Kabuk, I'm telling you, this is right up your alley. She's a big wargaming girl. She loves to watch it. I'm telling her, check it out. Listen, I broke everything down for you. I wanted to make sure that you guys saw what was out there. Now, if you're still on the fence, if you're unsure, okay, Rob, I finally got a shipping notification for my D-Day dice. For most of it, at least. LOL. Some of it will be shipping later, apparently. Nice. Lots of maps and tokens. You gotta love that. Beatcake. I passed on the Kickstarter, and after seeing this, I am thinking I made a mistake. You did, my friend. I'm sorry. I don't like to point it out. I'll have to check out Noble Knight. Go check out Lock and Load. Just go to Lock and Load's website, lockandloadpublishing.com. www.lockandloadpublishing.com. It's LNL. Okay, I'm sure they do. I do like the look of this. Yes, see, Kabuki agrees with me. We're going to do a playthrough. It'll either be during the week or next weekend. It really depends on how my painting goes and some of the things that I'm taking care of here. Well, we're very busy. I have enough videos ahead that we can concentrate on live plays and things like that. You're going to be seeing some really neat stuff. I promised you, and I don't go back on my promises. We are going to take good care of you. We're going to do our version of a live play, but let me tell you what's out there right now, okay? Because you don't have to watch just me. I want everybody in wargaming to do well. It's a family. It's a fraternity. There are great people out there. You got the Players Aid. You got Gimpy. You got Mo. You got Counterproductive Games. You got the Chief. You got Dan. And No Enemies Here. What's happening is there's a movement. Join the movement. Be a part of the change, okay? You can only play Euro games for so long, okay? You can only farm for so long. You want to be challenged. Come on over. We have the challenge here. There are thousands of HMS groups out there that are willing to take you in. There's now a great great show on Tuesday night, a live show, kind of like the Alaboom. It's called Whiskey Charlie on Mo Gaming Table. Go over there, give them a subscribe. Go over there and give these guys that are under the radar a subscribe. Okay, it's not so much that they're under the radar, but I really think they should have a lot more subscriptions and things like that. And they deserve it. They work very hard, and you see the beauty that they have pulled out of this game, and you're going to see it. So go check out Gimpy and all the work he did, the Chief and all the work he does. Love the Chief, which he focuses less on Scotch, though. LOLMAO. He loves it though. I wish he focused less on the Scotch. Listen. Whiskey Charlie, go check it out. Some of the best guys in wargaming are on that show. You're going to find Stuka Joe. You're going to find Gimpy. You're going to find Mo. You're going to find Dan. They get together and really done a great job. So honestly, go check them out. And if you're on the fence about this game or want to know more about it, they beat this game to death. Okay? When you're done watching everything that they did, you should be able to play this game right out of the box. And I really believe that. And they do a fantastic job. Hats off to them both. Tip of the hat to y'all. All right. Now, let's not forget about War and Pieces, because that's why you're here. This is War and Pieces. War and Pieces will, you'll be seeing a lot more of it here. And eventually I'm going to be bringing it back to Board Game Geek. And the reason I'm going to be bringing it back to Board Game Geek is because Board Game Geek has one of the best forums out there. Okay? And we're going to be focusing on their forum and some of the things that they want to see and building something onto the YouTube channel strictly to elevate what is already a fantastic forum on Board Game Geek. Hey, I'm always working. I think I said it all. I think I've done it all. I hope you enjoyed this fantastic game and this look at World at War 85. This wasn't an unboxing. This was kind of try to give you a feel of how this all works. And they have thousands of games that are just absolutely fantastic. And don't forget to check out Space Infantry, which is another fantastic game. And you're going to be seeing a video on that, and as well as a video on Atlantic Storm, which is another card game that they're just putting out stuff like there's no tomorrow. Whew. Okay, noticed Counterproductive was pumping out videos on this game pretty quickly lately. Eddie Carlson, who is a very dear friend, because he does a lot of stuff with my good friend Mark Walker over at Flying Pig Games, who are also fantastic. What a great age to be a war gamer. What a great age to be a war gamer. Really, it is a great age to be a war gamer when you have stuff coming out from GMT, which is bringing back a lot of older stuff. Decision trying to bring back some of the SPI stuff. None of you who will talk to me. Flying Pig, which is just bringing out some of the very best. Worthington, which is bringing up their game. Compass, which is putting out some fantastic experience. DVG, let's not forget Dan Verson and all his greatness. And let's not forget, okay, our good friends at Lock and Load Publishing for putting out another fantastic experience. Immerse yourself into it. You won't be disappointed. See why everybody's, really hyping this up. This is a great experience. And let's not forget what we have coming out from Flying Pig, hopefully in the next month. Old School Tactical, Volume 3. What a great age to be a war gamer, isn't it? I think so. All right, guys. I think we covered it. I think we did it all. I think we said it all. I hope this helps you point you in the right direction. Go give these guys a like. Don't forget to subscribe here at Rob's Tabletop World, which is also War and Pieces and soon to be The Painter's Edge. A nice little segment that we're going to be putting together. We got some really neat things coming up. DVG has some awesome solo leader games. Yes. Solo games are fantastic. You can't always get somebody. But if you want to challenge yourself, there are so many great solo war games out there. And we're really going to be focusing on a lot of this stuff and really, really drilling it home. You guys are all the best. I love you all. Remember one thing, okay? And don't let any of these other places tell you anything different, because this is how it really works in life, folks. And I'm gonna put it. There are times that you are going to learn a little and you're going to think that you know a lot. But it's when you learn a lot, you finally find out how little you really know. Think about that. I love you all. Be good to one another. Tomorrows are never guaranteed. Take good care of each other, because it's going to make you both feel good. Until next time, it is your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon, probably tomorrow with something. I'm not gonna stick to it, but hopefully we'll do something live tomorrow. Maybe a war game. Stay tuned. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you want a War and Pieces t-shirt, just go down to the link below. Get yourself a good War and Pieces t-shirt. Till next time, we'll see you soon.